everyone, Tracy here with Paper Closet Designs, and today's video is all about our seed packets. I have 4 seed packets that we are going to do today. 2 of them I have already done an assembly video for them. So if you are doing the Ladybug or the Pansy, I've already done a video for them, and I can link that in the descriptions down below. So we have 2 more today that we are going to work on, and that is the Daffodil and the Tulip. Now, some of these have a cutout window and some of them are solid. Let's just get started and I'll show you how they work. So the first one that I have already done is our little ladybug. It says cute as a bug. You flip it over, and oh, this one I had sealed. You can fill it and put just about anything in here. It fits a gift card almost perfectly, but you could also put a little tag or a little gift or a little treat in those. And of course, you can always fill them with seeds. Then we have the Pansy. This one has the printable sentiment that says for you. And again, you can just open it up. And see, I had put stuff in here in some of these before. And it's all ready to go. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to slide the tulip off to the side from the daffodil, and we're going to do the tulip first. All of these have a printable sentiment. So on the tulip, it says happiness always. You can, of course, not use this sentiment, get rid of it completely, use the blank side and hand stamp or write something on there, whatever you are most comfortable with. So the tulip has 2 parts of the flower, and I'm going to show you how I ink those up here in just a minute to kind of give it some dimension. Then we have the leaf and the stem. That is also 2 parts. And the tulip has a cutout window. So we have the frame, and then we have the actual window, and I cut mine from acetate. You can use acetate or transparency paper. Some other options are the plastic cover of your mat. Once you get done with that, you can cut that out and use it. You could do it with vellum. It's not as shiny or see-through, but vellum is really pretty in these as well. And then you have your seed packet. So your seed packet has 4 score lines. This fatter tab is the top and the shorter one is the bottom. So we're going to just score everything down towards you, away from you, towards the desk. And then on the ones that have the cutout window, we need to put tape all along the inside. I don't suggest glue. Glue doesn't work very well, but if you have like a double-sided tape, the score tape or the red tacky tape, that works really well. I like to use my ATG gun. I think this holds it and is really easy to use. So we're just going to put tape all along the side here. And then we're going to tape the window to the inside. Now, depending on the acetate you bought, sometimes it has a little plastic film that you have to remove. This one does not. So we're just going to lay it on there to cover up the tape. And that's ready to go. Then keep in mind which is the top. The top is the fatter side. So we're going to flip it over and we are going to add our frame. And this you can do with either glue or tape. I'm going to do the glue. And since you're gluing right onto the paper, the glue will work just fine with this. Just line it up and press it down. Okay, next we have our little sentiment, and I'm going to glue the sentiment to the banner piece. Get that centered. That's not very centered. There we go. And now I am going to put tape on the back of this because I'm going to glue it onto that plastic, onto that acetate. Okay, my tape runner is having some issues. There we go. And just kind of glue it across there. Okay, we're going to take our leaf and we're going to glue it on there. I'm going to put enough of this on the paper that I think will be okay. And then this one, yeah, make sure I'm doing that the right direction. Again, we've got enough of it on the paper that I think we're going to be okay. Okay, to ink up our flower, I like to use the distress crayons and a makeup sponge that's been cut in half. What I'm going to do is take my distress crayon, and I've used this one before, and just kind of color on the edge. The more crayon you get on it, the darker your line is going to be, your ink. And then we're just going to drag it across the edge. And I don't know how well that shows up on the camera, but it's just a really subtle, soft line or shading. And it will give it the different layered or the dimensional look that you want. You could also cut this out of 2 different shades of the same color, or you could add it with foam pop dots, or just cut it all out and glue it together and it will be fine as well. Just kind of depends on the look that you want. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this piece to the front. And then I am going to actually tape the flower. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm going to pull this up because I did it too low. There we go. Happiness always. And there is the front of the card. Okay, we're going to flip it over and I'm going to put tape on this side. Whoops, let me start over. While it's facing up, I'm going to put tape on this side of the tab, the side. Now I'm going to switch it over, flip it over, and I'm going to put tape on the right side and on the bottom. And now, if I bring the left over, it's got tape. Bring the right over, it's got tape, so it's going to adhere it in 2 different spots to hold whatever you put in there. Then we're going to bring up the bottom. And it does, when you bring up the bottom, it does cause this to pucker just a little bit. Not pucker, but puff. And it's supposed to, so that it gives it room for whatever you're going to put in there. And then you can fold this one down, glue it closed, seal it up, or whatever you want. And there is your seed packet. Okay, next one is the daffodils. Now the daffodils do have 2 small parts on it. Your machine will cut them. One of the tips for cutting these little tiny pieces, these are the center of your flowers, is slow your machine down, and then you shouldn't have any problem cutting it. If you are having problems cutting it, or you don't want to cut it, there's a couple of options. You could cut it from vinyl and stick it on, or you could just not cut this part and then draw it on with like a Sharpie marker, if that's what you chose. Okay, so then the flowers, we have 2 of the second layer, 2 of the actual flowers, 2 of the leaf parts, our little banner that says Hello Sunshine, or the printable, and the banner that goes behind it, a decorative panel with the scalloped edge, and our seed packet. Again, fatter edge is the top. So we're going to take everything and score it down. This one does not have a window. And then we're going to add our decorative panel. Let's get our tape runner out. and center that up. Going to add our Hello Sunshine, so I'm just going to put some glue. Oh, let me get a pen and see if we can fix this first. Glue that on there, and then we're going to glue this to the top. Right, like that. Okay, let's take our leaves and our stems. And the flowers are the same size, but the stems are different sizes. So it doesn't matter which one you put where. That's totally up to you. Then we have one flower we're going to glue right there. And another flower up here. And if they hang off the edge just a little bit, that's fine because you're not really putting them in an envelope. So then we have these second pieces, the second layer. And then finally, I'm just going to put a dot in the middle and add those little center pieces. And they will dry clear. So there we go. Okay, now to fold it, we're going to keep it right side up, and we're going to put tape on the right tab, just along the edge. Flip it over and put tape on the new right edge and along the bottom. Fold the left side over first. It has tape on it. Then the right side. That double tape just kind of holds it securely when you stuff it. We're going to bring the bottom up and fold it. And it does kind of make that puff up a little bit, which is what you want. And then when you're ready, you can put some tape or something and fold that over and mail it or send it or put it in a gift or whatever you want. I do have some bags, some garden bags that I've made that I think would be really cute with this. Let me just show you. So I have, there's the Ladybug and the Ladybug envelope or seed packet, and then the envelope or the Ladybug garden bag. And all three of these together would just make such a fun gift, and you could slip them all in here. So much fun. Okay, let me show you a couple of the supplies that we used. So there's our little envelopes, little seed packets. So the first thing I used was the glue, and I like this needle nose quill bottle. You can get these at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Amazon, just about anywhere. I fill them with the Scotch Create Tacky Glue. This is my favorite glue to use. It's not quite as expensive as some of the other brands. And it's readily available just about anywhere. In fact, I can even get it at Walmart or Target along with all of the craft stores. And then I also use my ATG gun to close up things. And if you're going to do some inking, don't forget your distress crayons, Tim Holtz distress crayons. Anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please hit subscribe down below so that you don't miss any of my videos. Give me a thumbs up and have a great day.